9 short pages that changed human civilization forever. The new Independence Day. Brand Gentile here. This is life-altering, it's civilization-altering, it's human species altering. That's why this video is so incredibly important, and it's only a couple minutes long, but the genesis of this is the Bitcoin white paper. Today is the day, 14 years ago, that it came out, Halloween 2008. And more importantly, go spend a few minutes, read the 9 pages that I have at the bottom of the actual Bitcoin white paper. It's not hard to understand. There's some, mathematical things in there you may or may not know, some coding jargon. It's not very much. You can kind of go past that, but the gist of it, 95% of it, you can understand very simply as to what's going on and why this is so important. Let's go. Let's jump right into this. A glimpse into a Bitcoin standard where the world operated on. A world where government is very small. You get to keep most, if not all, of your taxes. Free to say whatever you want, but most discourse is genuine and benign. Your wealth continued growing after you earned it and stored it away. Everyday items continue to get cheaper in Bitcoin terms. Governments are not forcing you to put things into your body against your will. You aren't forced to choose your job or paycheck over the loss of your family or putting food on the table. Government stimulus, entitlement, welfare programs are gone because they aren't needed, quite simply. You aren't scared that your freedom to say something might hurt someone's feelings and cause job loss. Allocation of capital and resources flowed to wherever it was treated best, meaning massively better run organizations and more creativity and innovation. Soils regenerated. Big pharma, big tech, big military, big sugar, and on and on and on were defunded as it wasn't feasible. It isn't feasible in the future on a Bitcoin standard to destroy your customers, literally and figuratively. Average lifespans therefore increased because of this. Mental health and drug abuse drastically improved, and countless other blessings that would be bestowed upon us if we were to operate on a full Bitcoin standard. We will talk about in the future here, probably this week, about what it would mean, because very many people I talk to can't understand what it would look like to price things in Bitcoin, in Satoshis, in sats. They're constantly, again, I've had to rework my brain to thinking, hey, how do you operate on that standard instead of dollars? We're so used to dollars. Our entire lives are just dollars, dollars, dollars. That will absolutely change. And that will be, everything will be priced in sats. It might be priced in your local currencies too, just like it is a lot around the world where you have local currency price and you've got a dollar price. That will happen, and it's going to happen in America, in developed countries. So buckle up, get ready. Think of the innovation, art, creativity that will flourish because there are no people there will be no people stuck on the hamster wheel worrying about how they're going to get their next month's rent or their next month's electricity bill. A standard of living will continue to increase daily because cost of living continually goes down. This frees us up to do our best work and find our callings and our passions. What is the voice inside of you saying? That is truly the number one question I have for you. This is a 14-minute video that you have to watch, by the team at Swan, Thomas Strolight, Matt Hornick, etc. This is an incredible 14-minute video about what I just laid out, what the next 100 years look like on a Bitcoin standard, what the past 100 years looked like on a fiat standard, and what the next 100 years look like on a Bitcoin standard. And it's a chilling representation of where we would go or where we will go if we continue down this fiat road, and the goosebumps it gives you, the ultimate hope that it gives you if we choose to bring the power of money back into people's hands, and where we will go in the unleashing of the human creativity and the human spirit and the human mind if we decide to use the freedom that is in front of us. Why is this possible? Why is this next 100 years possible? This Bitcoin standard, this, and I'm not going to say utopia because there is no utopia. That's not possible. That's in heaven. There is no utopia. But how can we get as close to that as possible? Well, because we fixed the money. We separated money from state. As the Bible says, money is the root of all evil. But money itself is not evil. That's where people take that verse from the Bible and get it wrong. It's what you do with the money that is evil. That's it. That's the difference. Money is just a container for your economic time and energy. It's a storage device. That's all it is. Money is like a hammer, or it's like a camera. It's an inanimate object. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't do anything. It just sits there, right? Money is also an idea, though. It's also energy. So if you can begin to grasp those things, understand it's a container for the time that you trade, the economic time and energy you trade of your life. The only thing that's finite you have is time, and you trade that away for something else. Hopefully that's finite. Now we have it finally. It's Bitcoin. We never had anything that was truly finite before. It always was slipping away from us a little bit at a time. Some things faster than others we traded it for. Like fiat currency just slips through our hands very quickly. It slips out of that container. There's a hole in that container. We have to work on that hamster wheel longer and longer and longer. With gold, we figured out a way to, it only seeped away very slowly and held its value pretty well. Now we have something that's finite, that perfectly holds its value and actually increases exponentially over time. Again, we fixed the money. Fix the money, fix the world. We separated money from state. We had the separation of church and state. And we keep getting more and more decentralized as a human species. Humans discover scarcity in the digital realm. When you have scarcity in money, you have abundance in goods. And when you have abundance in money, you get scarcity in goods, like we see now with rampant inflation all over the world. This is a quote from Jeff Booth. We separated the power of a few people to destroy our money and put that power back in the hands of each and every person. Fiat currencies cover up and hide the gimmicks being played on its citizens. Hence why so many things in the world don't make sense, quite literally. Don't go over the cliff with the rest of society. Again, I've told the story many times, but there was a woman in the Holocaust who was helping Jews, feeding them, helping them escape. And I forget her name now. I believe she just passed away in this century. She lived a long time. I believe it was the last 5-10 years. And she was asked, many decades later, why was it that you were such a hero? What made you such a hero? And she said, it's not that I'm a hero. I'm a normal person. I just chose not to go over the cliff with the rest of society. Plain and simple. Abraham asked God if he would save the city of Sodom if there are a few good people inside the city. Sodom, like Nineveh and the Tower of Babel and many other places, are places that were destroyed by themselves because they thought they were smarter than nature and therefore invincible. When we think we can build a tower to the sky to touch God himself, or we are so powerful and so smart and so benevolent that in exalting ourselves so much, that's when we get humbled. We know that we must root ourselves in truth, reality, and nature's law, in thermodynamics, in physics, math. That's what Bitcoin does. That's Bitcoin to a T. That is what it is. As Budian says, Bitcoin is enough because it is. The Bitcoin white paper was released on this day 14 years ago, October 31st, 2008, Restoring Trust in Our System, Rules Without Rulers. In 9 short pages, the world and human civilization was changed forever. Unlike thousands of pages to understand each tax bill or spending bill, we have a few short pages that change how humans interact. Complexity breeds problems. Satoshi, whoever he or she or they was, gave us a gift. A solution to a problem many thought cannot be solved, digital scarcity and the Byzantine general's problem. Was it a gift from God? Was it from him himself? Was good put here to combat evil and the mark of the beast? CBDCs, central bank digital currencies? SPY coins or slave coins equals CBDC. Freedom coins equal Bitcoin. You could be the judge. And here is the entire white paper itself. So please go read this. Please go check it out. It's very simple. Obviously, that's all it is. It'd be nice if our tax bill was like that, or our tax legislation, or our spending legislation. I'm not sure why it has to be so complex and so confusing. That's a rhetorical question. We know, because it's a fiat system. They have to obfuscate reality. They have to hide truth. We have to put the monetary demons, as Nico and Opti say, and Simply Bitcoin, we have to defeat the monetary demons that are there to control the world through controlling our money. You control the money, you control the world, as Henry Kissinger said. We have to understand that. Life is going to continue being tough and very difficult if we do not control our money. No man should be forced to use a money of not of his choosing. No man should be forced to pay taxes and interest on the money that someone else prints. That's just common sense. And here's the Bitcoin white paper, Bitcoin.org. Go there. Please check that out. Click this link. And here it is in all its glory. 14 years ago today, we were given a gift out of the depths of one of the greatest financial crises we've ever seen. How is that? Why is that? It's very interesting, don't you say? Stay strong, Brandon. Again, appreciate you, your time and energy. It's the most important asset we have, like we said. So I appreciate you spending with us. Please go check other videos about how to use. Just in the last week or two, we've done videos on using Bitcoin as your own PayPal. Bitcoin is the infinitely better version of dang near everything you're using in the monetary world, whether it's PayPal, Venmo, Zelle, a bank, you name it. Bitcoin destroys those things. Cold storage is your own bank. Using the Lightning Network on Bitcoin, using the apps on your phone, instantaneously, peer-to-peer, only for fractions of a penny of cost, no remittance fees, none of that. final settlement. Bitcoin does all that. That's the beauty of this. Again, it's like having a bank in the palm of your hand where you control everything that's going on. That is Bitcoin. Bitcoin is like, not like, it is being able to travel with 12 or 24 words in your head, any monetary value in your head. You're used to declaring things, everything you're traveling with, going across borders. Now it can be in here. It can be your head. It could be in a cold storage wallet, but it can be in your head, memorized. And you can travel anywhere in the universe with that value in your head and deploy it anywhere you see fit. And no one can say anything about it. No one can stop it. No one can freeze you. No one can cancel you. Welcome to the new world. Please go check the other videos we have on here talking all about that, explaining how you can do it, how you can set up a wallet in 3 minutes. Going through, I explain the process of how you can do it in less than 3 minutes and be your own bank. Appreciate you. Look forward to seeing you on the next one.